Most people are not going to change the default values or default settings of any product when they try to turn it on or try to use it. So defaults are settings or values set when you start using any app or any product. Out of the box settings, we mostly call them. All mobile phones, they have ringtones and every other settings that are set to default settings. Now the default settings, why are they important? Because default settings play a vital role and it helps user make decisions, and we normally make better decisions for the users. One stat from Jared Spool about defaults is less than 5% of the users are going to change their default settings. So for the 95% users, they are going to use your app or your website on the default settings. So make sure your default settings are going to play well with all the users. Now, if you have used your smartphones, you might know that the ringtone when you start your smartphone, it is set to 70-80%. And also it is set to the vibrate. It is automatically set to vibrate. So what if you bring out your smartphone and Samsung or iPhone or any other brand and you just start using it and then you instantly know that there is no ringtone set by default? What are you going to do? So this plays a very vital role in user experience. So smart defaults is that you are going to set default settings for most of the users to satisfy them. So they are going to cover most of your primary users. Few more examples of smart defaults is pre-populating form fields with user location, country, phone number, phone codes, even email addresses. Few more examples are, you might have seen autosave feature in MS Word and Photoshop. And also if you have Facebook, then the Facebook should set a good privacy level in their default settings for any user. In the start, I think they had some problems with default privacy settings. That is why a lot of people, they were complaining about it. And then they made sure that they normally prompt new users to set their privacy levels. So this is all about smart defaults. I'm going to show you some of the examples. So let's see some examples. Here is a screen from Qatar Airways, and previously I used their website to find different routes or my planning to go to San Francisco. And you can see over here, it shows me when I click the from, it shows me my previous searches. It has saved my previous searches that I want to go to from Lahore to San Francisco and JF Kennedy Airport to Lahore. So this is really handy. These are small defaults. They are going to use what I have used before. Then in Photoshop setting, if you use Photoshop, you might know that it has automatically saved recovery information every 10 minutes. Which is set by default. This is smart default because everyone needs this feature. These are our mobile Android settings, media volume, alarm volume and ring volume set to default settings, and you can change them, but they are not mute. Similarly, this is Microsoft Word, and you can use, it has also autosave recovery information every 10 minutes, set to 10 minutes by default. So if you lose or your computer shut down instantly without any reason or some crash happens, it is going to save your document every 10 minutes. I showed you this website, Telcode Furnitures, and I think you can see here we have another example of smart defaults. You can see the row height is set to 26 centimeters, which is a good default. It can cover almost everything. You can see over here. Also these settings, density is 100%, width is this one, height is this one. So these are for normal users. You can see over here, these are the default settings. They are very powerful. Then I searched online on Google to see how much different websites, different travel websites or ticket finding websites are using smart defaults. You can see I searched economy tickets from Lahore to New York. And you can see I clicked on here, Lahore to New York, this one travel, Cheapo Air, and I think I clicked on this one, kayak.com. So first I'm going to show you a few examples. This is from One Travel, and they already filled these two from and two fields from this search. Okay, so when I clicked over here, you can see this already filled it. But this is their first step. I need to select all these settings before going anywhere. Also, you can see Cheapo Air, they already filled these two, and I have to pick these over here. Also, you can see they filled this one adults. This is very nice, but I like this one a lot. This is kayak.com, and you can see over here, they not just filled me, they also showed me the results. Okay, So I can go ahead from here and I can change the dates. So they just pre-selected today's date, 21st August, and they use that to search one adult economy ticket, which is going to be most likely most users are going to search them, but they can change it anytime. Okay, I think they should highlight this area a bit, maybe a background color on this, so I know that I'm going to change settings from here. So this is really nice. This is great use of smart defaults, the best I have seen among these. So this is all about smart defaults and power of smart defaults, which is also related to power of suggestions. So this website is using it perfectly. If you have any questions, do ask me. Let's move on to the next lesson.